Hello and welcome to Breaking into Sterile Processing. This is that brand new podcast aiming to help all you out there who are trying to start a career in sterile processing, students, externs, and future professionals. This is a podcast that's going to be dedicated to helping you to grow your career in sterile processing. My name is Bill Rishell, and I've been doing sterile processing for over 22 years. And I love students, I love externs, and my passion is to really help people like yourself get your foot into the door. And we're not going to stop until we're celebrating you being a successful sterile processing tech. I'm going to be your guide as we explore everything you need to know to succeed in this essential field of healthcare. If you're listening to this episode, you might be wondering what exactly is sterile processing or how can I break into this field? Well, you're in the right place. This podcast was created to answer those questions, give you practical tips, and inspire you to take the next step toward a rewarding career. So you might be asking the question, well, Bill, why does this podcast exist? Sterile processing is a critical part of healthcare. And I've coached so many people into the field. And if it wasn't for having a coach, some of them would say to you that I would not be here today without someone to guide me. Every day, sterile processing professionals ensure that surgical instruments and medical tools are clean, sterilized, and ready for patient care. Without them, surgeries cannot happen safely. Yet, despite how critical and important it is, many people don't fully understand the field or how to get started, and that is why this podcast exists. We are going to help you break into this industry. We're going to demystify sterile processing for newcomers. We're going to provide step-by-step guidance on education, externships, and certifications. We're going to share insider tips from experienced sterile processing professionals, and we're going to help you build that confidence as you take your first step into this career. You might be asking the question, well, Mr. Rishell, what are we going to gain as a listener? Here's what you can expect from future episodes. Practical advice on landing your first sterile processing job or externship. We're going to discuss insights into the daily life of a sterile processing technician so you will know what to expect. We're going to interview seasoned professionals, sharing stories and lessons and pro tips along the way. You're going to learn tips for career advancement, from certifications to leadership opportunities, and even motivational content. If you know Bill Rishell, I'm all about motivation. This is the nation of motivation, content to keep you inspired as you grow in this field. So whether you're that student exploring career options, or you're that extern trying to stand out, or someone switching careers into healthcare, this podcast is here to help you succeed. So how is this podcast going to work? We're going to be posting episodes weekly, with each one focused on a specific topic, from the basics of sterilization principles to equipment, surgical instrumentation, and tools to land that first job. Some episodes will be interviews with experts. Others will be actionable guides to help you follow step by step. My goal is to make this educational, actionable, and motivating, all while keeping it friendly and easy to understand. So if you're ready to take the first step into the world of sterile processing, hit subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And if you know someone who's curious about sterile processing, share this podcast with them, and they might thank you later. Next week, we'll dive into our very first topic: what is sterile processing? We'll break down the roles and responsibilities and why this field is so essential to healthcare. So thank you very much for tuning in to Breaking into Sterile Processing. Once again, I'm Bill Rishell, and I can't wait to help you start on your journey. We'll see you soon.